I'm Mark Kellogg, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the queens go hard. Rising star on the big scene, make them know who you are. You don't break the sweat, don't settle for less. They put you through that test, your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
And let's go, SLT Nation. What it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. That's right. This is a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. 5 years we've been doing this, ladies and gentlemen, over 900 episodes, and we are still on that incredible mission we started back in 2020. We are going all over this country into every basketball community, and we are finding rising stars who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. Kevin, even though we heading to West Virginia, this one right here feel a little Texas, ladies and gentlemen. We at home with one of the most impressive coaches that we've had the opportunity to meet on the sidelines, tournament in and tournament out. In his first 2 years at West Virginia, this man has accomplished over 50 wins, including a Sweet 16 berth, in which I personally feel we need to run that one back. But ladies and gentlemen, this man has a family, a history of doing some incredible things on and off the court, including taking JJ Quinterly, who was one of the best players I've seen live and in person, and was a Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. In close to 500 wins in his career. Let's make some noise for the Richardson, Texas native, known for recruiting, known for his X's and O's strategy, and known for being a winner. Coming to the family, the head coach of the Mountaineers basketball team, Coach Mark Kellogg. Coach Kellogg, how you doing today, man?
What's going on, guys? Dreams just became reality. I finally made it on. It's been a couple years. You had my daughter on a couple years ago, but man, just always see you guys out and about and know what you're all about. Your energy is contagious, so certainly excited to be on. It's been some time.
Oh, Coach, well, you know, they always say that the evidence of a good tree is the fruit it bears, and everything that you have touched and that we've had the opportunity to be a part of, and whether you did it in the past or now, including having your daughter on the show, the Kellogg family is A1. And I'm going to tell you who the real coach is. She watching this show right now. That's his wife. That's the real head coach. We're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But, Coach, welcome to the show. If this is your first time rocking with SLT, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building. I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the You Got Next logo. He's the Quiet Storm, ladies and gentlemen. Shh. All facts, no cap. The head coach, KT Cal. How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, B. Jones. I gotta admit, I didn't think we were going to ever get Coach Kellogg on the show, but the fact that he's here now, B. Jones, let's take advantage of it, man. Let's turn up again.
Let's turn up
again for West Virginia.
Let's go, West Virginia. Hey, I love the Mountaineers. But you know what I love most? Kicking this show off with the moment of truth. That's right. We got a unique way to get to know Coach today, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to play our version of Two Truths and a Lie. So before the show, Coach has picked 3 unique facts about himself. But of course, Kevin and I don't know what these facts are, and neither do you. So together as a team, we will work together in unison and try to use facts over fiction and see if we can figure out which one is a fabrication. And we count on y'all, because y'all know Coach better than anybody else. So make sure you comment before the 60-second timer runs out. Kevin, you ready? You ready to do this? I'm ready, Coach.
Let's go.
All right, let's go.
You ready?
Yeah, let's go. Give us your 3 facts.
Okay. All right, let's go. I'm one of 6 siblings.
Okay.
I played college golf and basketball, and I was in a high school musical.
Man, have you ever talk with Coach? We talk to Coach a lot at these tournaments, Kevin. I don't see the musical. Coach is X's and O's. Only thing I can see Coach doing is busting somebody's head on a basketball court, man. This man know basketball better than any other coach I've had the opportunity to talk with. So that might be the one. He might have done it. He might have been an extra or something. So what you thinking, Kevin? Because that's a tough one.
I'm leaning more toward. That's the one I'm leaning towards, more towards number one. I don't think he has 6 siblings.
All right. What about it was 2 instruments you said you played, right, Coach?
No, played college basketball and college
golf. Basketball and golf. I believe he could play golf, Kevin. He's strategic. You know what? I'm going to go with you, Kevin. I don't think he got 6 siblings, man.
Yeah,
one of 6 siblings.
Yeah, let's go with
Okay. That. All right, Coach. I know somebody laughing at us right now in the comments, Coach. We're going to say number 1 is not the truth. You don't have 6 siblings.
You guys worked that one out pretty good. I thought you were going to go the other way. But you guys got it. I do not.
If I'm not mistaken, Coach, don't you just have a brother?
I do. You're correct.
Oh!
My brother.
Yes.
Yep. Good work.
Now, you got to tell us, Coach, High School Musical. What was your role? What did you play, Coach?
Yeah, I was in. It was called the HMS Pinafore, and I did not have a lead role, but I was in it, and we sang, and I had the little dancing part, and we actually had a lot of fun. I was in choir there for a little bit. I started, wasn't great, but it gave me something else to do outside of my sports, which I did enjoy at the time.
Well, you came up out of Texas, so we know that kind of stuff is huge down here. You know what I mean? Being involved as much as you possibly can in high school is a real big thing. So, Kevin, if anybody out there can help us to get the footage,
I would love to see that.
I would love to see Coach Kellogg doing his thing.
That was a long time ago, and I think those VHS those have burned away by now. At least
it's on Betamax, Coach. All right,
that would be incriminating.
All right, Coach. Well, we're gonna get you down here. We're gonna play some golf next time you come home. We're gonna get out there. We're gonna play. All right, let's do it. Let's go, Coach. We're about to take the world on a journey. That's right, a road trip. The road trip of your career, your story. It's incredible. It's amazing, and we're gonna have a good time doing so. But this is what we need before we go on any road trip. If you're watching this now, we need you and Coach. Come on, Coach. Reach over and reach that right hand up. Get it up. Let's go. Reach over your left shoulder. Grab that seatbelt and buckle up. Click, clack. Let's go to work. All right, here we go. Before we get this thing started, as y'all can tell, I got a lot of energy. But you know what makes me even more energetic is when we can grow the mission. We grow the platform. And we need everybody that's watching this right now. This is your call of action. Here we go. 4 things that you can do that won't cost you a penny. Number 1, hang out with us to the end of the show. I promise you, we're going to keep it entertaining and fast paced. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button. I need you to, matter of fact, pick up a clipboard somewhere around you. Draw up a play, just like Coach draw them up, and I need you to execute it and hit that like button so this show, this platform can bubble all the way up to the top. I'm talking about number 3. I need all my assist monsters out there. Now, Coach got some point guards that raise hell on the defensive end, but I need all my players that can throw that rock and find their open teammates in life. I'm talking about colleagues, classmates, coworkers, friends, family, the whole gambit. Send this show out to as many people as you can and watch how they will thank you in the process. And last but not least, number 4, subscribe to the vibe. That's right. Become a part of the SLT family. We gonna keep doing this thing. Over 900 episodes, chasing 1,000. We got to do something big for episode 1,000, KT. But you know what? We need you right now to lock in, tap in with us so we can keep this mission going long and strong. Coach Kellogg is the Lady West Virginia Mountaineers. Go hold us down on this one. Is the whole community go get behind us on this and smash that subscribe button, Coach.
All right. They need
to. Y'all heard it? Coach told you what to do. On the count of 3, we do it as a family, all together. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Boom! That's the energy I need. That's what I need in my life right now. I'm feeling like $1,000,000. We got Coach on standby, Kevin. We about to have a good one. But before we get into Coach, I want to thank everybody for doing that, for smashing that subscribe button. If you just did, Coach, we want them to throw an emoji in the chat. That's kind of our way of like the bat signal, right? Do whatever emoji you pick. What's your favorite emoji, Coach?
Oh, probably the I don't know. That probably that one. Like I don't
know. Coach don't know. Y'all the only people that know. So throw the I don't know emoji in the chat if you just smashed that subscribe button so Kevin and I can reach out to you and tell you how much we appreciate you. What we gonna tell them, KT?
We're gonna tell them thank you. Hold up. Yeah, we're gonna tell them thank you and welcome to the Sports LifeTalk family.
Kevin, did you have anything extra you wanted to tell them today?
I don't know, B. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be our answer for just about anything. We can get away with it on this show. So thank y'all so much. Listen, and Kevin said family. We take the word family very seriously. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family. Welcome to the family. And now that you are family, we get to put Coach in a pressure cooker. Come on. We get to find out what Coach is listening to on his ride to the office and get into the mind of a mastermind. Let's go, Coach. Let's go, KT. Let's take them to it. Welcome to the Sports Life Talks initiation.
All right, Coach, before we officially welcome you into the Sports Life Talk family, you got to go through our initiation. So to start your journey across the SLT Burning Sands, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Yeah, I'm not. You guys are going to be disappointed. Most likely, I'm not much of a music guy. My listening typically is a podcast, probably a basketball podcast, maybe some sort of leadership. But I'll let me go here with you a little bit. So if I had to choose, it would probably be some sort of country now. So I would probably go like Luke Combs or Morgan Wallen. Maybe some like vertical worship would be mixed in there. And then if I went like my old school days, though, would be like Michael Jackson, like old school Michael Jackson growing up, or like even Usher if you want to go that route. So, if we take it back, it would be that route. This day and age, though, honestly, it's not very much music at all. Probably like vertical worship on my Spotify or like some country with Luke.
Well, Coach, give us one podcast we should listen to then.
Well, the one I was listening to, Slapping Glass, was the most recent one that I've been listening to. So it's a basketball podcast, really good. Now it's a deep dive. You got to be a basketball kind of person to probably enjoy this. But if you like basketball, I mean, they'll dive into X and O's, and then they'll have like maybe a sports psychologists on, but I mean, they'll have professional coaches like NBA. They'll have European coaches. They'll have men's and women's Division II coaches. I mean, it's a little all over the place, but it's one that's, I think they come out about every Friday. But Slapping Glass, shout out to those guys. They do a great job.
I definitely got to check that one out. And Coach, there's another podcast that you can, listen to in your spare time. It's called Sports Life Talk. Just throwing it out there for you, Coach.
I've seen plenty of those too. I have seen plenty of yours.
All right, Coach. What are you gonna say, B? Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say that I've never heard of vertical worship, Coach. So please tell KK to send us over some vertical worship through the social media channels after this joint. But I love Morgan Wallen. And when you finish it with an Usher and an MJ, Kevin, yeah. I just got massive respect for the list because we always get a Luke Combs or Morgan. And like I said, he sandwiched vertical worship in with just pure monsters. So you got the job, though, Kevin. You got the con, brother. What are you going to give him for that top 5?
Now, Coach, I like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 24. The lowest you can get is 8. That's our dedication to the great Kobe Bryant. B. Jones, okay. This is one that I didn't see happening. I did not see this episode happening, and I definitely didn't see Usher in his top 5. So he's one of the dopest coaches that we know. Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest that we ever known, B. Jones.
Ooh.
Because of you and your love for Morgan Wallen and B. Jones, we'll give him a Mamba. Let's go ahead and give him
You're my sunrise, you keep coming up. You're on every conversation, every memory. Hey, that boy Morgan Wallen be going hard, Kevin, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he does, but I didn't think you were going to sing on this episode. You kind of took me by surprise. All right, Coach. So who is your favorite superhero and why?
Oh, I guess I'd probably just Superman. I would go back to the old school again. Those were my roots. I guess was just when Superman was the most popular and just all the superpowers that he presented, and then he could save the day and always seemed to save the day and was there at the right time in the right place. And I think, just those qualities. Not that we ever have those as coaches, but maybe everybody can see a little bit of themselves in there. If trying to do the right thing and be right by people goes a long way.
What did you think about the new movie? Have you seen the new Superman, Coach?
I haven't seen the newest one. No.
It'll be on HBO. It should be streaming next week. So
no, it's already streaming. You can watch it now.
Okay.
So you go ahead and watch that now. All right, Coach. So we asked the superhero question because we see coaches of your caliber as a superhero. And we know that Superman has his own theme music. So what would your theme song be?
Yeah, now you're really pushing me here. My theme song, honest to goodness, I don't know if I would really have one. Probably some sort of Rocky background, just, I don't know, old school Eye of the Tiger or something, just
That
going up the steps. It's like, yeah.
I listen to it every walk, Coach. That song will have you walking at a 4.0. I promise you, that Rocky gets you going.
Yeah, it's a, my generation, that's a classic, and just all those memories come flooding back every time you hear it. It's got a little pep in your step.
All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court, Coach?
Oh God, about a million things. I think we learn. There's a million life lessons, I think, and that's the beauty of doing what we do. But I think the older you get, the more you enjoy the relationship side of it. When I was a younger coach, I think I was maybe a little more invested in the winning and the losing and trying to make my way and figure out what I was going to be about. And then the older you get, I think you still just kind of come back to having the relationships and watching your kids grow up and shine and, start their own families and have kids and get married and all those things. So I guess, just learning how to, have relationships and quality relationships with a little bit of depth.
Now, we're going to take this one back for a second. Do you think Mark, the Hooper, could have played for Mark Kellogg, the head coach?
That's a great question. Because I think a lot of times coaches coach a little bit of the way they were as players a lot of times. I don't necessarily, though, do that. Our pressure and, being top 5 in the country and turnovers forced wasn't necessarily my game. I was a really good Division III basketball player and had a great career at Austin College, but I wasn't a full court pick you up guy. I was more of a, take charge, bait you into passes, steals. So I think there's some of that in, how we play. So I think I would have figured it out. I certainly would have figured it out. I don't know if I would have been the perfect fit for my system, but I was smart enough to know how to figure out how to fit into about any system.
So B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is the lead actor. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
It's a great question. When I was younger, I would have said Tom Hanks a little bit, but that was when he was a little hotter as an actor. This day and age, I'm not really sure. I don't know. So you just asked for one, so I guess I'll stick with Tom Hanks. But that was back when he was producing movie after movie that were all.
We talk about Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah.
When he was on that island.
Yeah, absolutely.
When he was on that island by himself with that volleyball.
He was, yeah.
He
was a big time actor.
Oh, I would have went Robert Downey Jr. just because I think he's one of the greatest actors and he can play anybody. Just go watch Tropic Thunder. If you don't believe me, he can play anybody. All right, Coach. So this is the most important question that I asked during our initiation. B and I, we love to travel, and when we travel, we got to grab something to eat. So we come down there to catch one of y'all games. What's that one food spot we need to go to, and what is your go-to meal there?
Yeah, well, there's a pretty big influence, like Italian influence here from some of the city, like New York, Philly. There's a pretty big influence of Italian food here. So like Oliverio's probably is down on the river. Really good food, like really, really good food. Mostly a dinner spot. I mean, you could certainly go for lunch, but more of the dinner. You can sit out in the patio in the summer and the trail, and you got all the people walking by the river trail, and you got the river out there. So, Oliverio's probably is pretty good. But I love me some Mexican food, so I still could go there. Still love me some barbecue. So we do have plenty of food options though in Morgantown, West Virginia. There's lots of really, really good places.
So B. Jones, we got to go get Italian, we got to get Mexican, and we got to get barbecue. So we're going to be eating pretty good when we come down there.
I got you guys there. I can take care of you with some food.
Say less. We will be there. All right, to everyone that's watching, thank you for rocking with us. The initiation may be complete, but the real conversation begins. We want to hear from you. Drop your top 5 music artists, your favorite superhero, and your go-to food spot in the comments. Your answers may just show up on a future episode. And don't forget to check out more of our amazing You Got Next family members at sltyougotnext.com. Coach Kellogg, he survived his initiation. So, B, I'm going to pass the ball back to you so you can officially reintroduce our newest play cousin, Coach Mark Kellogg. So go ahead and take it away, dude.
Coach Kellogg, welcome to the show. Welcome to the family, man. I tell y'all what, I was actually interested in how the initiation was going to turn out with Coach Kellogg, because every time I talk to him, it's about X's and O's. It's about basketball. This man is through and through family and basketball, and that's one of the reasons why we love him, Coach. You got a dope story. We got a lot to cover here today, so let's jump right on in. But we got to take you back to the beginning, Coach. We got to go all the way back to down the street from right where I'm at right now, Richardson, Texas. When did you fall in love with the game of basketball, Coach?
Yeah, probably pretty early. I played about every sport, though, you could think of growing up, and I thought my parents did a good job with my brother and I, who's only about 15 months younger, so I had a built-in, kind of best buddy to play all those sports with. But, and this was back in the day where you just played also. You went out and you met your friends at the park and you were gone all day and you had to be home when the street lights came on, and there was no other way to get a hold of you. But play was really important, and we just found every sport to be enjoyable. But yeah, I was a fairly well-rounded athlete, played baseball and basketball in high school, knew that I wanted to go play. Or at least I thought I wanted to. I wasn't overly recruited. Was going to go walk on actually at TCU until Austin College called in the middle of my baseball season, my senior year. So I had already finished my senior season. Really was just going to go try to walk on at TCU, which would have been a bad idea. That was Billy Tubbs at the time. That probably would not have been a great option for me. But yeah, was fortunate enough to go to Austin College. And really from there, I thought I wanted to sports broadcast is why I went to college. Did an internship, didn't necessarily fall in love with that internship, but I actually was the PA announcer at our high school football games. I did an internship at high school at KLIF Radio in Dallas, and then did another internship, and I just didn't see myself doing that. And so from there, I didn't know what else I would be maybe good at or what else my passion was. It really was basketball through and through at that point, and yeah, just kind of started, I guess, after my sophomore year of college, realizing that I knew I needed to coach.
So since you knew real quickly that the goal was not to be dribbling at the highest level that God could have provided, you knew pretty quickly that you wanted to do something that was around the game of sports. Why did coaching resonate with you? And when did it become that grand idea, like, I'm a coach. I'm about to coach?
Yeah, I mean, not until probably those days, end of my high school, early college days. Growing up in Dallas, I would work Dallas Maverick basketball camps every summer and every week, all summer long. Like that's all that I did. And I got to know, just so many coaches, and there was high school coaches there working, a few college coaches might come up here and there, but a lot of these people I'm still friends with today. And so that kind of probably started that process a little bit. And then I ended up working for her, but she was the women's coach at Austin College. Her name was Robin Patera, and she was the women's coach. And she just kept always telling me, Mark, you'd be such a great coach. Like you'd be a great coach. And I'd sit in her office and we would talk hoops and, just kind of had a feel and I guess an IQ and an understanding of basketball at an early age. And then I went on and was a GA on the men's side for just a couple of years. And then Coach Patera, who I was just talking about, got the head coaching job at Montana State University in Bozeman, Montana, and asked me to come be a women's assistant coach at 24, 25 years old. And then that was kind of off and running on the women's side from there. Now,
considering that you started in the women's side, did a part of you ever have that inkling, like, I wonder what it's like to coach the guys, or have you just been all full in on the women since Montana State?
Yeah, no, early. I guess I kind of had thought that I might get back on the men's side. A few years in, I actually did interview for the Austin College head men's basketball job. And there's been lots of jobs over my career that I did not get. And I did not get that job. I was one of the finalists. I did not get it, even though I was an alum. They gave it to another guy that is actually still there. Coach Wecker's still there. But I was pretty disappointed at the time. Looking back, it may be one of those that you're like thankful maybe that you didn't honestly get, because you never know how your career would have turned out. And that may not even have been the right time for me to get that job. So yeah, it's all worked out. But yeah, I was a little disappointed at the time when I didn't get it, but man, I think God had some bigger plans for me.
Well, he surely did, because 6 years into your coaching tenure, you get a phone call and you get your first opportunity to become a head coach at a very young age. That's like insanely fast, coach. 6 years and then becoming a head coach that 7th year. Was that a tumultuous time for you? Were you nervous? And what made you feel like, okay, I know it's pretty quick, I still got a lot to learn, but I'm ready to take over a team and really give it an opportunity as a head coach?
Yeah, well, honestly, so I was at Montana State for 4 years. The head coach that I worked for got let go going into that 4th year. We were interim coaches, which is not a great situation, when you go through that whole season as, interim. And so at that point, I think wanted to control my destiny maybe a little bit more, and thought that I was ready to be a head coach after, just basically what we had gone through. So I applied for lots of jobs, and fortunately I had a connection to the athletic director at Fort Lewis College in Durango, Colorado is where I got my first crack. And, I think we had about 4.5 scholarships, and we were fundraising about $40,000 or $50,000 every year just to, support the program and get it to the level we thought we wanted to. But man, I was so fortunate to start there at that level with great people. Some of the best players I've ever had were at Fort Lewis. We just got inducted, myself and my team this last fall. So we got inducted into their Hall of Fame and got to go see all those kids.
Wow.
Really, really, really special time. But, I think at the lower levels, and we may talk about this more because I was 10 years as a Division II head coach, you just get to learn who you are as a head coach, and it's so different, as opposed to like at this level when you get thrown into a head coaching role and you may not get very many years.
That's right.
Out. At the Division II level, there's not as many newspaper or media people. If I had a bad game or made a bad coaching decision or, something like there wasn't anybody breathing down your neck or asking too many questions. So I really, really got to grow into that role. And so, yeah, I was 28 maybe when I got that job, but really learned a ton and got to grow, and develop a lot of kind of the structure that we have today.
Well, Coach, I had to break out my calculator before the show because we were sitting up there talking about all the success you've had at every one of these stops. At Fort Lewis, which we're speaking of now, 173 wins. You go over to Stephen F. Austin, 195 wins. And now you kick off your tenure into the P4 with West Virginia. I mean, you guys are just absolutely lighting it up. And before we talk about the Mountaineers, I want to ask you, did you find something? Did you uncover something in those 10 years at Fort Lewis that taught you how to turn a winning culture around, how to make programs successful? Because all I see right now is an identity of putting dubs in columns, helping young ladies to become great, and taking things as far as you possibly can with success.
Yeah, I mean, as we all know, the wins are the byproduct of everything else. And so when we talk about family and culture and coaching, I think that's mostly created by the character that you put around you. So that's something that I've always really wanted to make sure we did, was surround ourselves with the people of high character. And so whether that was working for the administrators, so being selective on who you work for, because that's important as a head coach, and you're only as good as your administration. And then the coaching staff, which is the irony for me. At Fort Lewis, I had one assistant coach. Like, that's it. It was me and one assistant coach, and we were both teaching 3 or 4 classes and all the other stuff. And then here I come with these big staffs. And so learning how to manage people, and then recruiting and having really good players. Like, guys, come on, like, let's be real. We know that it's a lot about having talent, but having talent with really good character is what it's, for me, is when it's the most fun and the most enjoyable. And so, yeah, but I took 3 Division II jobs to keep going. I started at Fort Lewis. I went 1 year to Northwest Missouri State, where actually I met my athletic director. So my athletic director here at West Virginia hired me at Northwest Missouri State in 2012. And then he left 6 months into that tenure. So in the middle of basketball season, he left for another job. I left to go to West Texas A&M, where we had crazy success and played in the national championship my first year there, and then parlayed that into 8 years, at the mid-major level. So yeah, every step of the way, guys, you learn, and you learn more about yourself, but there's those things that are non-negotiables and haven't changed a whole lot over my 20 years of being a head coach. And then there's some that you have to adapt and you learn. And I'm now coaching some of the best and most elite athletes in the country. So yeah, we've pressed a lot in my day, but it looks a little better when you put Jordan Harrison and JJ Quinterly and, some of those kind of kids up at the front of it. Like, it looks a little bit different because you've just got elite talent.
Well, let's talk a little, because you did it, Coach. I don't want to go in there, but you look at this West Virginia team and you get off the bus and you're like, okay, they look athletic, but what they run into is an absolute buzzsaw. I'm telling y'all, at the end of the game that I got the opportunity to watch, I took the security guard over to Mark Kellogg, and I told the security guard that they owed me my wallet because they were stealing everything on the basketball court. It was insane, the kind of pressure and the kind of speed that y'all put the opponents in, and then you watch that all year long. Even when you got on national television in front of the world and playing against Caitlin Clark, it was about defense. And y'all did it with a I'm talking about a tenacity and a ferocity that couldn't be matched by many programs in this country. Why did you choose that defensive identity for this program, Coach? And how does that help you guys to how do y'all convert it from defense to offense so quickly?
Yeah, well, it's really, the identity is what we've always had, to be honest. We've played this same way for a long time. You just now are getting to see it on a bigger stage so now people are like, oh, now they see it. But for the longest time, we've done this. We've been probably top 10 in the country in turnovers forced, even when I was at Stephen F. Austin for, the majority of my career. So there's some of these things that we've always been about. When I got here, it fit really, though, the culture. And we've had a level of success here at West Virginia. It's not like, going to the NCAA tournament is necessarily anything new. West Virginia's been to, I think, 15, maybe 16 of them now, and lots of second rounds, first round exits, second round exits, but certainly been there and had a ton of success and been known for some of their toughness and grit. And that's what our state is about. And we're this coal mining state, and it's tough here, and we're blue collar. And so it really just fit, and it's really fit. And the fans have kind of bought into this as well because of, the connection we've tried to, really rally around with our state. And so, yeah, it was, we kind of needed to be that. We haven't had a ton of size on the inside. We've had to play kind of almost 5 out from the offensive end. We've been like top 30 in the country offensively. We would still like to get a little bit better there, but I've never thought of myself as just this defensive guy that had to press and pressure. And, but that's just kind of what it's evolved into as we've gone up and gotten, like I said, and been able to recruit better athletes.
You talk about District 12, Kevin. You know in the Hunger Games, West Virginia is District 12. That's where Katniss from. That's where Elverdeen from in West Virginia. So we know how y'all get down out there. Now, Coach, this team that you're coming into, you bring back Jordan for one more year, right? We got Harrison.
Harrison's back. Yep.
You got to find some to fill out some holes, but you don't take very long. I think 4 games into the calendar, we got Duke in the Bahamas. Kevin, the reason I'm considering going to West Virginia, I got them on my top 10 recruiting destinations, is because West Virginia is playing in the Bahamas this upcoming fall. Coach, what are you going to learn about yourself in those 4 games, and how do you prepare to go out there and take on another relentless team like Duke away from the home state in a neutral environment?
A lot. What we're going to learn is a lot. We're going to learn a lot about our team. That game's actually on a neutral floor in West Virginia. We do go to the Bahamas over Thanksgiving, but that game will be played at the Greenbrier, it's called. Okay. So you should look up. It's a resort down in southern West Virginia, and it's in one of those ballrooms. But yeah, Duke, they'll be top 10 in the country. We lost to North Carolina in the second round of the tournament a year ago. Duke went on to beat North Carolina to go to the Elite Eight a year ago. So yeah, Coach, now coaches the USA women's basketball coach, Coach Lawson. So they return a lot. They're going to be elite defensively. It may be the first team to score about 55 points wins that game, potentially. We'll see. But what a great challenge, great opportunity. We're still being our state down to the southern part where a lot of those fans don't get up here to watch us as much as they would probably like to. So taking our show on the road on a neutral floor against a quality team, we can only get better from that experience.
I'm excited about it. And now that's super smart, Coach. You still at home. We still gonna have some Mountaineers nestled through that audience. It's gonna be a lot of noise made every time y'all hit a bucket. Let's go off of hoops for a minute, because I think West Virginia hoops speaks for itself. You guys have had the success. You got the wins. You were ranked in the top 25 of the country. Let's just be honest. That's evidence. If you're watching this show to see if you want to prove that West Virginia is the real deal, you too late. late. That's already been done. But what they want to know is how dope you are, Coach. I've had the opportunity to talk X's and O's with you. Super, super, super smart. We were on the sideline of AAU game, and Coach literally called out the next 3 minutes of the game, and I was like, oh my goodness. I got the insight on how dope this man is, but I'm gonna tell you when I really found out how the culture runs deep with the Kellogg family is when I met the wife. That's who the dope coach. That's who the real coach is. Coach, your family, you got a wife that can coach. You got a daughter who's an elite basketball player making noise on the rankings. And you guys just seem to have a culture just at the home front that is super amazing. Tell us how much your family means to you and tell us a little bit about how they help you to evolve as a basketball coach.
Yeah, well, they mean everything without question. And I've said forever, I only get one opportunity to be a parent to my own children. And I used to say balance it, right? I wanted to balance basketball and life. And then you kind of learn that like balance doesn't work. You better just go ahead and integrate it and make them a part of it. And that's really what we've done. And, my 2 kids have been sitting on the sidelines of basketball practice since they were young, and now I have a son who's a senior in high school, and then my daughter, who you talked about, Kaylee, who's a junior, and then my wife, Trish, who played college basketball. Both of her brothers were Division I basketball players. Her dad was a high school basketball coach, but she is by far the rock of the family, and she worked her tail off to have a career for the longest time, and honestly was the breadwinner in our family when I was just trying to figure out, myself and where I could take this, this life and this profession for me. And, but yeah, I think they get it. They're a great compliment. They understand when it's time to fill me in or let me know or give me advice and when to just step back and let me figure it out on my own. But, basketball is a huge part of our family and probably will continue to be. My son wants to coach, even though I keep telling him he's way too smart to be a basketball coach. I keep trying to push him a different direction, but he hadn't listened. So he'll come be like a manager and practice player for us in a year.
Whoa.
And, he'll graduate and start his coaching journey. And Kaylee's going to play college basketball at a pretty high level. So we'll start to figure that out probably next spring. And
Coach, I can just imagine you getting in the car on the way home after a loss and it's real quiet. And then Trish go to say something. You just like, not now.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She knows not. She'll talk about anything other than the game. She's pretty good about, she'll talk about the crowd or the team or the body language or this or that, or of course the officiating. But she's not probably going to go to the actual game.
But she blew my mind. When she started talking basketball, I was like, wait a minute. Something is different about the way she talking about it. And I mixed that with the way I can only imagine what a dinner table conversation, just watching the WNBA finals is like for you guys, just breaking it down and seeing what you guys can see. And then you got, of course, a point guard. Now, how many kids? You got 2 kids?
Yeah, it's 2.
2. Yep.
Just 2 kids? Okay. Well, you really got us with that one because I didn't know about the second
he
kid.
wouldn't have got us with that one, B. Jones. I was ready. Yeah, I was ready. I knew about it.
You ready for that one? Yeah, they just had a game this morning, actually, a Sunday fall league game. So he's a smart kid, like really smart basketball player, as you would probably expect from a coach's kid. And he's a lefty and he can shoot it and make all the right plays and he'll compete and play hard. But yeah, no, he's got a good feel. Trish has a great lens too that's different than mine. It's just she looks at it differently, and that's a great thing. But that's life. That's our marriage, as we aren't the same. Trish's big personality and fun, and everybody knows her and very engaging. And I'm way more analytical and process oriented. And that's probably why, we get after each other a little bit because we have those opposite, attributes. But at the same time, that's probably why it works.
Now, Coach, I want to give a shout out to Trish too, B. Jones, because
she dope.
We're friends on Facebook. And one day I was just scrolling. I'm like, we need to get Mark on the show. So I hit her up. I was like, hey, can you give him this link and get him signed up? And like 5 minutes later, B. Jones, that happened. So thank you, Trish.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit, to be completely honest. People know that it might be a little harder to get me, so go through Trish. And people ask for something, or Mark, can you do this? And it comes from Trish. She's always like, I don't know why all these people hit me up. Yes, she does know why.
Everybody else that want to get him on the show, now the wife is the way to make it happen. Coach,
if you want to know what's going on with the Kellogg family, follow my wife on social media. You'll have a real good.
Coach, 30 seconds. We from Texas. We hold it down here in the state. A lot of young ladies watching this right now, and it's a long way from Tejas to West Virginia. They may have a little bit of nervousness, but go ahead and tell the world right now, 30 seconds, Coach, why they need to come be a part of the Mountaineer family and join and be a part of what you guys are doing on that basketball court.
Yeah, well, it's not that far. It's a quick flight first and foremost. And we play in the Big 12, which gets you back home a ton. You're going to play in a state that has no pro sports. And we're the only Power 4. So all the eyes in this entire state are on the Mountaineers, and you get treated like that. So the passion is unrivaled. We'll be back home. You're going to play in a Power 4 league. You're going to play in the NCAA tournament, and just play for people that are very relational. And, and we can advance your game. We're going to grow your game. We'll give you all the, ins and outs, and, player development is a buzzword right now, but we'll put a plan together for you. If that student athlete's willing to put in the time, we think we have the blueprint to push your game to another level. And that's the whole idea, is to take these kids and their game to another level, do it in a great environment, in a state that cares and has a ton of passion. And you may be a little ways from home, but if you find the right fit, take it wherever it is.
I'm sold, KT.
No doubt.
I'm coming to West Virginia, and we're going to eat some good food in the process. All right, Coach, it's time. We got it. It's the championship round. We finished the show on a high note, Coach. That's right. This is our version of Would You Rather. It is the sneak peek. And that is because we're about to take a look at some dope sneakers. Coach Kevin and I are both sneakers heads. We feel like if you look good, you feel good, you play good. Pretty sure you saw this on Kaylee's show, so you already know what's coming. Before the show, Kevin and I selected a pair of sneakers that we thought represented you. It's just out of the blue. Whatever shoe we think that looks good and that you would like, we brought to the show today, Coach. So on the count of 3, we're going to get you to say, hold that sneaker. Okay, Coach? And when you say it, we're going to show you what we got. And whichever shoe you like the best, that host will win the championship round. All right, Coach?
All right.
All right, Coach, we ready for you. You ready to do this?
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
Yep, I already knew you were going to go with that one.
Oh, man. Oh, golly. These are good. The J's. Yeah, these are really good. I'm probably not a huge high top guy, though, so I'm probably going to have to go be with yours, man.
Let's go! It feels good. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. These are my confessions. Kevin, I'm trying to think of an Usher song right now I can put on your head. Oh, my goodness. Winning, Coach, winning breeds winning. You know what I'm talking about? If you win, if you're a winner, I'm a winner. It just, hey, I don't know. I'm going to the Sweet 16, most definitely.
I should have known better, probably, huh, Kevin?
Oh, my God.
It's just when he's not humble when he wins, Coach. That's why I don't like losing to him. He just rubs it in.
Yeah, I should have known better. That's
Coach, he win 4 out of 5 games. He ought to be good. I win 1 out of every other game. You know what? I take that opportunity to just sprinkle me, man. Let's go, Coach. The title of the show is You Got Next. And we got to get everybody out. As much as we love to talk about the past and how we got to this stage, it's really all about the future of the game of women's basketball and how you are making a tremendous impact on that game. So now we all following you at Coach Kellogg 12 on the socials. We want to know, Coach, this is your moment of manifestation. What's up next for Coach Mark Kellogg?
Well, hopefully more of the same. Just continuing, in the same process, day by day. Excited for this team, which will be a lot different this year. But yeah, looking forward to just developing. I think every year you start with a blank slate, and I'm no artist at all, but you rip it out and you have this vision as a coach of what this can look like. And, you start drawing, and hopefully by the end of it, you have some form of a masterpiece. It's the early stages, but I think you have goals and visions as teams do, but I think coaches do as well. So yeah, excited for the year, excited for my family and the year for my son. My daughter got hurt, so she's going to sit the year and have to rehab, but she's doing great there, and just continue to live life to the fullest and be thankful for what we have and the many blessings. Keep on trucking.
Yeah, we saw that, Kaylee. We praying for a safe recovery. Keep working hard. We see you, little sis.
All right, so this is a part of the show where you get a chance to call out the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should we have next?
Oh, I'll stick to my conference and go with Brandon Schneider, Kansas head coach. Who we've had some past, and I followed him at Stephen F. Austin and he's had a ton of success everywhere he's been, and just a fantastic coach, and might be a little bit of fun to have him on the broadcast as well. So yeah, you guys need to hit him.
And he's got an excellent first name. Coach Snyder, let the world know that you are up next. It is official, sir. Your ticket just got punched, and you now have a front row seat invitation to be on the show. You are now on the clock. Get your top 5 ready. Find us somewhere to good in Kansas. It's going to be feeling good to go to Kansas. We get to talk a little bit about some KLIF Parks there, don't we, KT? So Kansas is building a nice little roster there. So we see you, Coach Snyder. Can't wait to get you on the show, sir.
Hey, Jones, real quick, too. Coach, isn't Coach Grant on your staff? Aaron?
Yes.
Yeah,
love Coach Grant. Yeah. Love Coach Grant.
Will you let her know that she's been nominated like 3 times to come on our show, and we really
As a matter of fact, Coach, I told some family members that we were having you on the show. I was super excited, just talking over Saturday night, and they were like, "Is Coach Grant there?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's the associate head coach." They were like, "We love Coach Aaron Grant." So
yeah, she is great. Have you had my boy Leonard Bishop on yet?
Oh yeah, we had him on.
I thought you did, because I was going to say him, and then I thought, I think he's already been on, so.
And he was one of the ones that told him, you were like, you got to get Coach Kellogg on. Because when we started talking to Coach Bishop and learning what the foundation of what he was left, we ain't finna do all that today. We're going to talk a little bit about that off stage. But Coach, thank you so much. Hey, listen, Coach Snyder, we coming for you. Coach Kellogg, you got next. You are the truth, Coach. You are a trendsetter. You are an amazing human being on the court, off the court, family first. But what you do on that court with your passions, your perseverance, your tenacity, your grit, your leadership is just undeniable. One of the best X's and O's coaches I've ever had the privilege, and I'm going to say that till my throat gets dry and I can't say another word. Coach, you are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Wop. Let's go, man. Kevin, I love these shows. I love this show. We had a great one today. Yes, we had a great one today. Thank y'all so much for watching another episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. We couldn't have did it without you, Coach Kellogg. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the whole Kellogg family. We'll send y'all some shout outs. We love y'all. We think y'all super dope. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. And listen, if you're watching this for the first time, don't forget it's not too late to smash that subscribe button. We need you, fam. Come on. We know you're thinking about it. It's not too late. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Make sure you share this episode. Hit that like button and throw the I don't know emoji in the chat. Come on now. I want to see that thing go crazy. I want to see it go crazy. And if you also like to know, if you like Coach Show, we mentioned a lot of people on here. Coach Bishop, Jordan Harrison, KLIF Kellogg. All of their shows are on this platform right now. You can go watch all of those programs over the last couple of years. Great interviews, great entertainment, and great people. If you want to be on the show, make sure you go to our website, SLTU Got Next, smash the nominate icon, and Kevin is going to reach out to you. Just got to give us a little bit of description who you are, why you feel like you got next, and we'll give you an audition to be on the show. And since my guy, Coach Kellogg, told y'all, podcasts are the truth, and we got one on for you. That's right. Download this show in the audio format, and as well as over 900 other shows to keep all the laughs, keep all the fun and inspiration, and all the positivity going and learning about the game of women's basketball. We've had head coaches of WNBA, the Power 4 programs, Team USA. I'm just telling y'all, it's been bananas. So it's something in there for everybody. Wherever you listen to your podcast, Spotify, Apple, we got it everywhere. Kevin, I know I'm probably forgetting something, but I'm super hyped right now. Can't wait to see Coach again. Hopefully we get to see you when y'all come down this way and play some basketball, Coach. But if not, I know we're going to get to see you in the summer. Can't wait to connect with you again, Coach. Thank you so much for being on the show. KT, any last words from you, sir?
If I can take like just 30 seconds away from this show where I lost in the championship round, this show would have been just really, really great. It was already a great show. But, Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, let's go. Sports Life Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. So keep dreaming big. You never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. you got next?
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest hut in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.